Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 68 days away from its official release by Disney and Lucasfilm, J.J. Abrams, and even creator George Lucas, that is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to contain many different twists and turns, as well as a lot of callbacks to the prequels and the originals. That's going to be used in many different ways in order to really capture the audience to go ahead and see this movie and to look back at the Skywalker saga in a different light, especially with the character of Palpatine and Rey. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for this movie. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence, where it's explained that both Rey and Palpatine are said to be standing inside of his throne room, where it's described that Palpatine is said to be giving Rey a lecture about family and powerful bloodlines throughout the entire galaxy. It's said that during the sequence, Palpatine is said to offer Rey a certain truth about her identity and how she is connected to him. It's described that Palpatine is said to unveil to Rey that at one point in time after he was known to be dead, during the events of course, Return of the Jedi, Palpatine was said to use the power of the Beyond to focus on Rey's mother, to create Rey. It's explained that Palpatine's essence was able to travel into Rey's mother's body, essentially Palpatine transferring his own DNA into Rey's mother, which is described to be exactly how Palpatine was able to utilize the Force to create Rey, where Rey would also be related to Palpatine at the same exact time. It's explained that the Force power that was used by Palpatine was of course done by learning through the ancient secrets of the fallen will, and the ability to create life, that the line of dialogue from Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith surrounding Darth Plagueis is actually going to be explained in greater depth in the upcoming movie by JJ. Now, Rey is said to react in a similar way to Luke Skywalker from The Empire Strikes Back, where she is said to get very emotional. So let's go over a couple of parts about this and as to why I find this to be both very weird and shocking at the same exact time. Now, this is said to be a new type of Force power that Palpatine utilizes from, of course, the Beyond itself, and this power is actually said to be a combination of both the light and the dark, and the origins of the dark side of the Force that was actually created by the fallen will. Now, the wills, in case you guys did not know, are godlike beings in the Star Wars universe that are actually going to be explained in greater depth in this upcoming film by JJ, which is also a great thing. You know, it basically is giving us a better idea of the Star Wars franchise and where things are going. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that The Rise of Skywalker is going to take a lot of different risks, and it's going to have a lot of different pieces of nostalgia that will be thrown into this movie. Now, this whole entire sequence is actually said to take place within actual, Palpatine's throne room between both Rey and Palpatine, where Palpatine is talking about, powerful bloodlines throughout the entire galaxy, and this is where he begins to confirm to Rey that he and her are indeed connected and are related, and this is exactly how Palpatine was able to make it happen, which I think that this is Disney's way of introducing, how Palpatine is able to create life and how to literally have somebody connected and or related to him in, a more realistic route. It kind of was a little weird thinking that Palpatine would have like a wife or something like that, or somebody that he was with. I can't really imagine that. So this makes a lot more sense, and this also alludes to what we saw in the latest Darth Vader comic in late 2018, where we saw Palpatine initiating the birth of Anakin Skywalker through Shmi Skywalker, and we also know that George Lucas had an original idea for the very ending of Revenge of the Sith, where Palpatine said that he created Anakin, and in a way you can call me your father. It's a very interesting take on Star Wars and what they're trying to do with The Rise of Skywalker. We do know that in this film, both Rey and Palpatine are connected in a significant way. That's going to be explained in Episode 9, and I think the fact that they're doing this is like a big deal, because Disney and Lucasfilm, they want to really capture the audience. They want to bring in the fans that want something, puzzling, right? Something that's gonna just leave them mind-boggled and wondering exactly, how in the world did he do this, or how in the world did this happen? Now, we also know that the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker drops in March of 2020. It's going to explain more about, you know, the origins of the Force, as well as everything related to Palpatine and, of course, Rey. It's going to basically extend all of the scenes that we get in The Rise of Skywalker once it hits theaters this December of 2019. So that's another thing to look forward to for sure. And the last piece I just want to go over here is that Dark Rey in the film is also said to be initiated by Palpatine himself. So the vision of Dark Rey, there's said to be 3 of them in the movie, is actually said to be initiated by Palpatine from afar during his time over in the Unknown Regions. So you can see how powerful the power of the Beyond really is, the fact that it's stronger than the dark side itself, and how it gives him these different abilities. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.